believe in the integrity and value of the jagged path. We don't always do the right thing on our way to righteousness. I can wake up and read that word, that hope, that belief that I wasn't able to do out there when I was not having a home. Yeah, I know what I was doing though. I was rubbing his tummy. And she's there like, you're supposed to do his head, right? I was in an 11-year relationship. Things got bad and he killed himself. And then I didn't have him anymore. And that's also when my back went too. Was around the same time. One day I was fine, the next day I was bent over. The doctor said, as the time goes on, within a couple of years, I will be in a wheelchair. If I don't get the operation, I don't want to be in a wheelchair at my daughter's wedding. Whenever she decides to be buried, I want to be able to stand beside her. There's just a lot of judgment out there, and when you don't present yourself a certain way or you can't, then they won't necessarily accept you, and then you don't get that housing, right? So I stayed by myself a lot out there on the street in little cubby holes. It's cold and lonely.
It's a lot to expect of people who are chronically homeless and may not even have just the general life skills necessary to maintain a unit in the market on their own. Having this complex in place gives us the ability to provide that type of support.
I was able to come here to my place. This place is wonderful. I don't know that I'd ever be able to be who I am and who I want to be, honestly, ever again, if I wouldn't have had a place to live.
Here, I'll show you one of the units. The units come furnished. We tried to think of everything that they would need just coming in fresh and not having anything of their own.
Having a home is the basis for everything. I've said it a million times, but without it, it's impossible to do anything. You didn't have time to think about going to find housing or going to find a job. All you can do is survive.
My place is supported housing, so they get support for what they need and they pay bills and they learn how to cook and do all the things. I mean, that's why my place is beautiful, because it provides them with all the services.
So this is my little piece of the pie here. This is where we produce about 180 meals a day. Last night they had a nice roast pork and baby potatoes, and tonight they're gonna have pasta. Using this vehicle just to provide good, nutritious food for people that need it.
We help people with life skills. We help people navigate their physical health, their mental health, employment. The goal is ultimately to move on into market housing in the end.
I'm very appreciative of being here. I like the staff. They don't judge us, and they will help me as long as I'm willing to help myself. I just like to think of them as like a second family. They want to be there to support me in a very positive way.
We've seen wonderful progress with many of the folks that are here. Folks are addressing their physical health needs and getting healthier so that they can then look at different areas of their life.
I was supposed to have the operation for, oh my gosh, like years. I got that operation done. I've been here for 6 or 7 months, it's done. And then my daughter, just like what me and my daughter love. Having a home like I have today, it's the beginning of me being able to be who I've always wanted to be.
When my place was announced to be built next door to Creekside, the tenants and the residents of Creekside were very apprehensive about it. What they actually anticipated was it would bring more crime to the area. They've been pleasantly surprised. Our crime has gone significantly down since my place moved in.
I was not very nice to people that were in my position at one time in my life, and you learn quickly. You learn quickly. It can happen to anybody.
When you're walking down the street and someone may be homeless and pushing a cart, you don't actually engage with that person. Well, if you don't engage with that person, you don't get to know their story. They're people. They're all people, and they all have a story.
People experiencing homelessness can be in that position for many different reasons. Relationship breakdowns, loss of a loved one, the cost of living. You miss a couple of paychecks and anybody is going to be in trouble.
The general public considers us dirty and bad, and like everybody's a criminal, and that's not the case. I got tired of people looking down on us. I'd had enough of that, and I talked to some people, and I said, I want to make a difference. I want people to understand that we're not bad because we carry a pack-sack, or we're not bad because we're tenting it because we can't afford a place to rent. I wanted to be a voice.
And make a difference.
Yeah, and make a difference, exactly. The opportunity for VPAD came up, and I thought, you know what, I think I want to do this. We're a peer group, and we're made up of marginalized people. We're working with our members, and then we're also working with the community, yeah, the public, right? Being able to tell our story so people could try and understand.
I'm incredibly proud of the progress that Shane and Joanne have made with that group. They are now advocating in other communities to help people who still don't feel maybe like they have a voice or aren't sure how to do that.
That's my goal. I mean, that's what gets me going every day. I just want to break it. I want to break the stigma because there's a lot of good people out there.
Let's see, what's this one? Oh, where's that? This one's from my daughter. My daughter's amazing. She's a good girl. She wants to come here to my place, right? And when she gets 19, she's allowed to come. It says 52 lists for happiness. The idea from her to me is for me to be happy. It's wonderful. My daughter just knows me so well. I can't wait for her to come in and know it's Mommy's house. Yeah, like this place, yeah, that she's gonna feel it, she's gonna know. I'm excited for it, you know?
It's really important to us that the community as a whole sees the value in the people that we serve. I mean, we're dealing with human beings here. It's incredibly important to us to work towards changing the perception of homelessness in the community.